Good morning, everybody. It is 5:53. Just finishing up my daily reading, and I'm getting ready to record an episode of A Fighter's Mindset, the Spaniard podcast. So I finished How to Win Friends and Influence People yesterday, and that was with daily reading 25. So today, daily reading 26. I started a new book. And what I do is anytime I hear a book reference, I take a note, put it in Evernote, which is just a personal management system that I use. And then when I finish one book, I open up my books to read, and I decide to pick one. And this one was referenced to me actually the other day. A friend of mine sent me a message in Facebook, and I had also read another one of this author's books recently. But this book is called The Obstacle is the Way. The Obstacle is the Way. And at the beginning of the book, it references Stoicism, Stoic philosophy. And a couple episodes ago, a couple DR episodes ago, I mentioned Stoicism. And I said, I don't really know what it is, but blah, blah, blah. There was a good point that I was stressing. And as I was reading up on this book to see if it's something that I would like to read, it clearly and plainly defined Stoicism. Now, I don't want this to turn into a philosophy lesson, but Stoicism, Stoic philosophy, is enduring pain and adversity through resilience and perseverance. Sounds pretty applicable to every single day of every one of our lives. So Stoicism, I'm not going to become a Stoic philosopher, but that caught my eye, which led me to purchase The Obstacle is the Way. And the takeaway from today, the intro to this book, is just that the obstacle is the way. And what that means is that in every challenge, in every setback, in every hurdle that we have to overcome, you have two ways of looking at it. And this goes back to mindset and my podcast, A Fighter's Mindset. You have two ways to look at every situation. You can look at it for what it is, a failure, a setback. Oh, this is terrible, I'm going to lose, I cannot overcome this. Or, and the book is filled with examples of people and situations where you flip the script. They call it turning obstacles upside down. You look at the obstacle, truly look at it as an opportunity to improve and get better. Let me give you a real life situation that I experienced. On April 26, 2014, I was knocked out cold on live television. The most, I'll just flat out say embarrassing, the most trying, just a terrible situation overall. For a variety of reasons. Everyone who loved me saw it happen. Everyone who hated me saw it happen. The backlash on social media was terrible. You couldn't imagine the mean things that I heard from social media. And I'm not saying that to make you feel bad for me. I have my wife and my mom to feel bad for me. I'm telling you that to let you know that is the reason. That's what set me on this path, on this journey of, especially step number one, writing my book. I was in a spot literally where I couldn't do anything. And I thought, how am I going to use this time to do something productive? I thought, well, now's a great time to write my book. So I wrote my book, Driven. And furthermore, I thought, okay, I wrote this book. That's I feel pretty good about this. What else can I do? Well, why don't I start speaking and sharing my knowledge and experience with other people? Why don't I start helping other people? So another takeaway from the book is this idea that action begets action. They say it in a different way in the book, but it says something about the impediment. The impediment to action turns out to be the action. And that's getting a little philosophical, and I might have misspoke a little bit on it, but what it's saying is the most difficult thing, the obstacle, once you attack the obstacle, this whole new perspective, this whole new world opens up in front of you. So I took getting knocked out, wrote a book, from the book, decided to start speaking. From the speaking, voila, is the daily reading videos. So again, just to wrap it up, the obstacle is the way, turning every challenge, opportunity turning every challenge or every obstacle into an opportunity. And just like I talked about with How to Win Friends and Influence People, to say it is great. To say it, yay, I'm turning obstacles into opportunities, yay for me, yay for us, is great. But that's not what it's about. It's about truly believing and truly changing your mindset, living with that fighter's mindset of, I am going to do this, I'm going to believe in this pursuit, and then actually following through in your daily actions. So I hope you enjoyed this DR26, and I'll ask you to take one step farther. If you did enjoy this, I genuinely ask you, please share it. I'm trying to reach, I had a goal of getting 1,000 views by my 30th one. I think yesterday's was 120 views. So if you enjoy it, if you appreciate it, if you think it will help someone else, please share it across the board, Periscope, Facebook, Twitter, wherever you may see it. Greatly appreciate it. Off the record, A Fighter's Mindset, the Spaniard Podcast.